Dena Zavier here. Good to see you. I have something serious to speak about today. It's time to look inside. How much time are you taking these days to look inside yourself and really appreciate your beautiful self? How much time? Yeah, I said your beautiful self. I bet you look inside all the time and see your flaws, see the things that you should have done, self-criticize. But sometimes you just need to look a little deeper and beneath all the busyness and beneath all the self-doubt and self-criticism, to see the part of yourself that is perfect. And it truly is perfect. And it truly is beautiful. This week I did that. And I did it in a way I've never done before. So if you've heard some of my earlier videos, you'll know that this was week 1 of 52 weeks of doing something that I've never done before. This week, I did something I've never done before. I looked inside in a way I've never done before. The sign outside the float house said, "Experience nothing." It should have said, "Experience nothing but yourself." Experiencing myself in a sensory deprivation tank is something I've been wanting to do since 1993. And I can't believe it. I actually got to do it this week. And what did I find? I was actually surprised. I found my peaceful self. I found a quiet mind. Another surprise. I was afraid that I would, without all of the sensory input, I would find something I didn't really want to look at. But the fact is, I was very calm, and it was 90 minutes. Now, if you don't know anything about sensory deprivation, what it is it's a big tank, it's like 4 feet by 8 feet, and it's filled with something like 800 pounds of Epsom salts and water. So when you go in there and lay down, you totally float. You totally float. And it's big enough so that you can lay there and be touching nothing. And it's just the right skin temperature, and it's just, the air is just the right temperature, and you've got earplugs in your ears. And after a few minutes and the water calms down, you feel absolutely nothing except your breathing. You can feel your breathing. And it becomes your whole focus is your breathing. So much for one take. What happens is when you're videoing with your phone and somebody calls, the video stops. So where was I? I was telling you about, so if you've never been to a sensory deprivation tank, which is what they have at the float house, they have several of them, and it's a big tank, 4 by 8, and what you do is you lay in this big tank that's full of water, and it's got a door, so it's like a cabinet, and the water is, there's like 800 pounds of salt in it, so you float. The minute you lay there, you don't touch the bottom, even though the water is maybe only this deep, you just don't touch the bottom. So you lay in there. It's perfectly silent. You've got earplugs in. It's perfectly the right temperature for your body. So when they said in the sign outside, "Experience nothing," in a way, that's what it is. Physically, sensory, you experience nothing except your breathing. You can hear your breathing, and that becomes all-encompassing. Anyways, I was pretty excited to be able to get a chance to do that. And it was also quite pleasing to realize that when I go deep down beneath the beneath the uncomfortable things and the self-doubt and all that kind of stuff, what I came to was some real peace, and that was some nice reassurance. So my challenge to you, along with doing something you've ever done before in the next week, is to take a little bit of time to look inside, to look deep inside and see that amazing, beautiful person that you are, because you are beautiful. Thanks a lot. Dena Zavier here. Have a great, great week, and we'll see you next week, and I'll have something new that I've never done before.